It is Friday. Let's celebrate. 65 degrees, a different feel in the air today. It was a little muggy yesterday, and today we've had a cold front come through. It is going to keep clouds around and a little breezy throughout the day. Those winds coming from the northeast off the big lake. So only 76 at noon, 79 your afternoon high. Any shower chance will be mainly in our south zone about 2-3 o'clock, Kim.
All right, well, happy Friday, everyone. It's looking good out here on the roads. This is I-94 right at Van Dyke. Still quiet out here. We are starting off the morning with dry roads and no accidents that are going to slow you down this morning.
All right, that's good news. Thank you, Kim. A tanker truck was hanging from a St. Louis overpass after an accident. This all unfolded on Thursday morning.
Yeah, this is pretty scary. Here it is on your screen. According to the Missouri State Highway Patrol, the truck hit a car, swerved to correct, and then drove right over the edge. Roads in the area were shut down for several hours. The truck has been removed, and the roads have since reopened. That truck driver suffered only minor injuries, and we've seen that happen here over on the Rouge River Bridge.
Yes,
the truck actually went all the way over and ended up right there on the ground. So
scary.
Definitely scary. It's 5:24, and still to come, maybe some good news if you like to enjoy an after-work cocktail.
New findings suggest that a daily drink could mean daily benefits in the fight against diabetes. We'll tell you more about that. But first, let's check in with Nick Monticelli this morning. Nick?
Here's
live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News Today at 5:30 starts now.
Oh, make your outdoor plans. There is a beautiful weekend ahead. Clear and sunny with very few clouds. Just string those beautiful days together.
I like the idea of starting with a fantastic Friday, everybody.
Yes.
Welcome to Friday. You just got to get through today, and you have made it home free. And we're helping to help get you there a lot sooner.
Yes. Let's get over to Brandon and talk about our forecast for today and the weekend.
Looking good. Yeah, today a little more clouds than we'd like and maybe a little more breeze than we'd like, but all in all going to be nice. Again, like yesterday, a limited shower chance later in the early afternoon, but I think most of us won't see it. The air is going to really dry out today, so as shower or two attempts to form, it will most likely fizzle. Our south zone has the best chance. Right now, as we look downtown toward Comerica, Ford Field, 65 degrees. Will be 67 at 8 a.m. Partly sunny skies. You grab the sunglasses. The umbrella, I'm not really that concerned about it, but an isolated shower or two around 2-3 o'clock, mainly in our south zone. Parts of southern Ontario as well. 76 degrees at noon, 79 your afternoon high. Those winds after lunch out of the northeast will be 10 to 15, gusting over 20, and you'll feel that. It feels cooler in our north zone. As a result, may not get into the upper 70s, probably lower 70s throughout most of the day up north, closer to the lake. Can't quite put the Kim DeJulio haircast in the good category today because of the breezes kicking up, but still pretty nice. We're not going to have a real muggy, humid, frizzy kind of a day, but because of the breezes, just not perfect. Still pretty good. We have clouds with us now that will be thinning out. And again, we'll take a look at your big weekend forecast and beyond. We could use some rain. We don't want it on the weekend. When does it come? We'll have that in the 7-day in just a few. Right now, here is Kim. Good morning.
Good morning. You forgot to mention with the breeze out there and the haircast, that's when you get like that Beyonce fan.
Oh.
You know, so it's kind of a good thing.
But you have to be facing the right way and have the right
This is true. This is true. So that's why it's fair. All right. Well, let's talk about your commute this morning. We have some construction over on eastbound I-96 right at Novi Road. 1 lane blocked there until 3 p.m. So this should be over with by the time your evening commute is. But if you're leaving a little bit earlier from your work this morning, just keep this in mind. Also on northbound I-275 between Ecorse Road and Ford Road, only 1 lane open there. However, this starts tonight at 8 p.m. and wraps up on Monday morning at 5 a.m. So that could slow you down a little bit for the weekend. So keep that in mind. And we've got construction to talk about along I-75. I'll tell you about that coming up at 5:44. Back to you.
All righty, Kim, we'll check in with you in about 15 minutes. It is 5:30, and we want to get to breaking news that we're following from Detroit's west side. Take a look at your screen. A man has been injured after jumping from the second floor window of this home to escape a fire. You're looking at video from the scene. It's on American Street near Livernois and Joy Road. Our crew on the scene there tells us that fire officials believe the fire might have started from an apparent fireball. The injured man is said to have non-life-threatening injuries. Arson investigators are there on scene, so if we get an update, you'll hear it here. Also breaking overnight on Capitol Hill, where the Senate has rejected the measure to repeal Obamacare.
Yes, and this rejection is a huge blow to the GOP and President Trump's agenda. Nick Monticelli joins us now from the newsroom with more. Good morning.
Well, good morning. Here is the skinny bill that did not pass the Senate. The headlines are all over the place as this version of Trump's GOP health care plan did not pass. Many wondering what is going to happen now, especially when you had a very interesting moment with Senator McCain casting his vote and gasps coming from the floor. Outside the U.S. Capitol, protesters cheer the Senate turning down a measure that would have repealed major parts of Obamacare.
The ACA is here to stay. Hello!
The motion is not agreed to.
So yes, this is a disappointment. A disappointment indeed.
I would suggest we turn the page.
It's very hard to disappoint your colleagues.
The most dramatic moment came when Senator John McCain voted and held out a thumbs down showing his vote. There were gasps inside. Many Republicans were surprised. The bill would have removed the individual mandate on people, forcing them to buy health insurance. It would have also done away with the medical device tax that both Republicans and Democrats criticized. In the end, a majority of senators did not see it as a way forward. And President Trump has already reacted, tweeting that 3 Republicans and 48 Democrats have let the American people down and that Obamacare will, quote, implode. In the newsroom, Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News Today.
All right, Nick, thank you. He put a hidden camera in a lady's restroom and shared the images online. And now the man who did it, Joshua Porter, will spend 1 year in the Livingston County Jail for his crime. He hid the camera in the bathroom of Auto One. This is a store in Brighton where he was an employee. The camera was discovered during a police search earlier this year. And a man goes from customer to criminal at a CVS in Dearborn. Take a look at the surveillance video where you can see the man at the counter. It appears that he's going to buy something, but when the clerk opens up the cash register, he leans over and snatches the cash right out of the register. And the man got away. You can take a close look at his face there. Police are still searching for that suspect.
A Lincoln Park officer makes an unusual rescue while responding to a call. The city had been repaving and working on sewers, and many driveways had to be ripped up and then repoured in the process. Well, a homeowner called to complain because somebody had vandalized their driveway. And Officer Vince Weir responded and immediately put his background in concrete to use and fix that driveway. A contractor even stopped to help him, and they had the driveway good as new in about 20 minutes.
I couldn't drive by and just leave it like that. I couldn't do it. Being a cement man, before I became a police officer, I touched the cement and I'm like, I could fix this.
And he certainly did. Officer Weir's fast action saved the city about $3,000.
Pretty cool. Some very thankful residents for him. 5:34 is your time, and we knew it was coming and that Amazon confirmed it. Now they are opening a warehouse right in the city of Romulus. The new fulfillment center will create more than 1,500 new full-time jobs. The warehouse will ship out smaller items like books and electronics. The Livonia Center, which is currently under construction, will handle much larger items like appliances. Welcome.
New this morning in Good Health, some good news for people who like to enjoy a daily cocktail, and really good news at that. A new study finds that frequent drinkers have a lower risk of diabetes. In fact, men who had 14 drinks a week, and women who had 9 were least likely to develop the disease. But how often people drank also played a role. People who drank 3 to 4 days a week had a much lower risk of diabetes than those who drank less frequently. No matter how many drinks you have a week, always drink responsibly. Well, doctors usually ask which medications you're on because some cocktails of antibiotics don't mix well together. But grapefruit apparently might be just as dangerous. A chemical in grapefruit called, well, there it is on your screen. We'll put it up for you. It can affect proteins needed for some medicines to work. Drugs treating cholesterol, blood pressure, anxiety, and even Crohn's disease might interact with grapefruit, but not all drugs in one class will cause a problem. Experts advise talking with your pharmacist about grapefruit and your medications.
A touching story of a veteran and his best friend. A friendship built on the battlefield ends with love and honor right here in Michigan. Stay tuned as NBC's Lester Holt will tell us the story of a soldier and his dog. Stay with us. Oh, before we go to break, let's talk about what's ahead in the carport in our next hour. Two very familiar Hollywood stars are teaming up for a new TV show, and one of those stars is making her TV comeback after 13 years. Plus, a stunning rescue in California. See how firefighters sprung to pull off what is sure to be their most challenging rescue yet.
Now.
Welcome back, everybody. Turning now to stories that are making headlines across the globe. An Indiana police officer has died after being shot on Thursday afternoon. Authorities say that it started when a car hit a median while driving too fast and flipped onto its roof in Southport, Indiana. They say that Lieutenant Aaron Allen responded to that crash, and when he approached the car, the suspect inside of that vehicle started shooting at the officer. Lieutenant Allen was rushed to the hospital, but he passed away from his injuries. They say that two suspects from inside of that car were taken into custody.
In Alaska now, court documents are shedding light on a case in which a domestic dispute turned into murder on a cruise ship. Attorneys say security and medical personnel on board the Emerald Princess responded to an incident in a cabin occupied by Kenneth and Christy Manzanares. This was on Tuesday night, and Christy was found with a severe head injury and was pronounced dead on the scene. The attorney says Kenneth has been taken into custody and is now charged with murder.
In foreign headlines, the State Department is warning U.S. citizens not to travel to Venezuela because of what you're looking at right here. 4 months of anti-government protests have killed 100 people. Thursday's clashes in Caracas were part of a nationwide labor strike. Strikers opposed this Sunday's vote for a National Assembly to rewrite the Venezuelan constitution.
Over to Istanbul now, where a freak storm pounded the city with large hail and heavy rain. Some streets were even left flooded, looking more like muddy rivers. Trees were toppled and at least 3 people were left injured. Some residents say that their homes were hit with golf ball-sized hail, as you can see in this video here. This marks the second time in just 10 days that heavy rain caused some mess for that city.
Back here in the U.S., firefighters spring into action to rescue a tree trimmer. Crews say that the tree trimmer was working on a 40-foot tall palm tree when he got stuck up there. And after about an hour there in Rancho Bernardo, California, firefighters were able to free the man and bring him safely to the ground. The victim was taken to the hospital and is expected to make a full recovery.
It is 5:43 now, and it's also Friday, and that means that we are giving away something for free here, as we do every Friday on Local 4 News Today. You can now enter for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Pure Michigan 400 NASCAR Cup Series race. That race is set to happen on August 13th at the Michigan International Speedway. To enter and for complete contest rules, you can visit the contest page of clickondetroit.com. Brandon, over to you.
All righty, thank you very much. As we look at your temperatures on this finally Friday morning, we'll start in our south zone, south of I-94. Temperatures are much more comfortable this morning than they were yesterday. Remember, we were a little closer to 70 degrees instead. We have Manchester at 59 degrees, 65 in Tecumseh, Adrian at 62, 62 over in Monroe, Luna Pier area, 66 in Grosse Ile. Boating weather today may be a little bit complicated. Lake Erie will have these northeast winds and could get a little choppy as we hit the afternoon, 10 to maybe 20-mile-an-hour winds from the northeast. Just be careful out there. Into Wayne County, Livonia at 65. We have Ferndale at 64, 65 in Dearborn. Over in Ann Arbor, it is 62 degrees. A few more 50s up north, and again, comfortable stuff. We'll be comfortable sleeping tonight into early Saturday, Saturday night into early Sunday. Very similar numbers, a lot more 50s coming. 59 in Holly right now, 59 out in Langsburg. Rhonda, do you know that?
I've never heard of
Me neither.
Been here all my life.
Good morning, Langsburg. 58 degrees in Sandusky. We have 66 Port Huron. North zone will struggle with temperatures as, again, those northeast winds start cranking in the afternoon. But for most of Metro Detroit, here's how it goes today. 67 at 8 a.m. Partly sunny skies. Probably because of those northeast winds bringing lake-enhanced clouds, we get some waves of clouds and mixed with a little bit of sunshine. 76 degrees at noontime and 79 the afternoon high temperature. A top-down kind of a day. A south zone shower chance today. That will be about 2, 3 o'clock south of I-94 and maybe parts of southern Ontario, too. A quick shower. Don't cancel your plans. The weekend looks really nice. 80 degrees on Saturday. The Rhonda Walker Give and Get Fit down at the on the Detroit riverfront on Sunday morning will again be in the upper 50s, low 60s. Great walking, jogging weather, walking with the dog, whatever you have going on. Golf plans this weekend, softball tournaments. I got you covered. We're good to go. Again, the area where we're seeing a little bit of shower activity down near South Bend, Indiana, and this little zone down near the Ohio border is that boundary where the shower chances are greatest through the early afternoon, but high pressure is going to slide in for the weekend. We've already sort of spoiled that and let you know, as Paul Gross has called it, the summer weekend of the year will be this last weekend of July. Gorgeous. And it's staying dry Monday, Tuesday, and most of Wednesday. If you're looking for rain, a little help for the grass and garden, it comes late Wednesday into Thursday next week. All right, Kim, for live traffic, it's Friday. We need good news.
That's right. When you were naming all of the activities, you forgot to mention weddings. That's a big one.
Yeah.
I have a wedding this weekend in Ann Arbor. The bride is very happy with your forecast, so she says thank you.
Oh,
no, not my wedding, a friend's wedding.
Sorry.
All right, good. Glad we cleared that up. All right, well, let's take a look at what's going on construction-wise over in Saline, east and westbound Michigan Avenue from Moon Road to Industrial Drive. That is going to be closed starting tonight at 8 p.m. That will reopen tomorrow at 8 a.m. So in the meantime, to get around that closure, you can use Bemis Road instead. And then we've got some construction over on northbound I-75. Could slow you down a little bit this weekend and this evening. So let's talk about where that is. From Mac to I-94, one-lane block. This starts at 7 o'clock, and then it's going to be that way until midnight. But at midnight, the construction is going to expand to only one lane will be open in that area. This is at midnight. And this construction will wrap up at 5 a.m. on Monday morning, just before your morning drive. So something to keep in mind for the weekend. And if you're headed out the door soon towards the lodge, stick around because we're going to take a look at that commute coming up at 5:54. Back to you.
Kim, thank you. Some of the strongest bonds of friendship are said to be forged on the battlefield. Well, this morning we want to tell you about a Marine and the dog who served him and the bond between them that touched a community right here in Michigan. It all ended with one final act of love and honor. NBC's Lester Holt has the story.
Two proud Marines in their dress uniforms taking one final ride after facing the one battle they couldn't win, cancer. Slowly taking Lance Corporal Jeff DeYoung's wartime partner, his little brother, Sina.
My whole adult life I've had Sina. When I was 19 overseas learning how to be responsible, I had Sina. Now I'm 27 and I'm having to say goodbye to one of the biggest pieces of my life.
Hundreds, strangers, friends, all patriots line the streets of Muskegon to pay tribute to the ailing 10-year-old black lab as he paraded past in an open Jeep, much the way he once rode into combat as a bomb-sniffing dog. Sina and DeYoung served 9 months together in Afghanistan, only to be separated upon their return stateside. 4 years later, they were reunited when DeYoung was able to adopt Sina.
This dog saved my life. I trust him more than I trust most human beings.
The two settled in Michigan, where on Wednesday, in the last hours of Sina's life, the now retired DeYoung reminisced about his four-legged comrade.
The goofy look that he gets on his face when you open a potato chip bag. Whenever I grab his vest off the peg, and he gets up and he says, "Where are we going today?"
Aboard a World War II tank landing ship where a veterinarian waited to end Sina's suffering, DeYoung said a private final goodbye to his dear brother warrior.
All the support and all the love people are giving, he can see it and he can feel it and he's deserved it. He's not just a dog. He is family and he's a Marine just the same.
Oh my gosh, my eyes are just welling up. And anybody that has ever had a pet and lost the pet can certainly relate to that feeling.
They're part of your life.
Yeah, they certainly are, like family. 5:49 is your time. Attention local filmmakers, we are currently accepting submissions for this year's Film Challenge Detroit.
The theme is good versus evil, and if you'd like to enter, just upload a 5 to 15 minute film to filmchallengedetroit.com. You have until September 22nd to do so. The grand prize, a trip for 4 to the Sundance Film Festival on opening weekend. You also get a cash prize as well. So it's a pretty good prize, and you can really film it anyway using your iPhone or your professional camera equipment. Just send something to us and make sure you get entered.
Yeah, good luck, everybody. Still to come, a look at the box office for the weekend.
Yeah, from emojis to throat-punching women spies with an 80s twist. Okay, looks like there's something for everyone this weekend.
Wrap your mind around that?
I have no idea what that's about, but we'll tell you coming up in just a little bit. Keep it here.
It's one celebrity's hometown favorite.
And we'll take you there to dine in the D.
Well, Charlize Theron talks about fighting like a girl. Today at 10 a.m. on Local 4.
Tonight at 10.
Good Friday morning. It's going to be a pretty good Friday. Definitely a different feel in the air. 65 degrees right now, not as muggy, and becoming breezy this afternoon. With the winds coming out of the north-northeast, it'll keep our north zone cooler, and middle and upper 70s through most of the afternoon. Any rain chance, mainly in our south zone, about 2, 3 o'clock. Shouldn't be much, though, Kim.
All right, well, no rain to worry about this morning for your commute. This is a look at the Lodge right at Michigan Avenue. It's pretty quiet out here for looking. Don't see any car. Oh, there's one car, but you can see it's quiet. So you have a great commute this morning. No accidents to slow you down.
That is the good news, Kim. Thank you. It is 5:54 now. Let's take you to the box office. Hollywood's recent success of casting women in throat-punching roles continues, and now Charlize Theron has a new film where her fists are doing the talking. And your favorite iPhone emoticons are making their big screen debut, but will it be laughs and 100s? Here's your box office preview.
Lorraine Broughton, expert in intelligence collection and hand-to-hand combat.
Charlize Theron makes first contact in Atomic Blonde. This 80s-flavored spy thriller stars Mad Max's Vice road trucker as a British agent. She's sent to Berlin to find out who's been killing her comrades. If she survives her assignment to find a top-secret dossier, then she'll only need to figure out who's setting her up for assassination. Atomic Blonde is rated R.
Welcome to the world inside your phone, where everyone is expected to act one way their whole life.
It's like Inside Out for your iPhone in the Emoji Movie. TJ Miller is the voice of an emoji deep within the app called Textopolis, but he's been born without a filter, meaning that when called upon to display one facial expression, he can't do it. So he calls upon his friends to help fix him, only to discover a larger threat to the phone. The Emoji Movie is rated PG.
Storms get stronger and more destructive.
Al Gore is back on the campaign trail in an inconvenient sequel, Truth to Power. The former vice president follows up his 2006 climate change documentary with some of the global warming disasters of the last decade, and also shows some of the innovations that might yet give hope for the future. An inconvenient sequel is in limited release this week. A lot of good movies this weekend.
But such a good weekend. I don't know if you want to be in the theaters.
Yeah, that's very true.
We're going to be outside enjoying our great weather.
Absolutely.
All right, time now is 5:55 and still ahead at 6.
Another loss for Senate Republicans after their skinny repeal fails overnight.
What's next for lawmakers and how this all impacts millions of Americans.
Plus, back to school spending. It can be costly for both parents and students. We'll tell you what can be done to save some time and money.
And it's Friday, so you know what that means. Fitness Friday. We're back at Fuse 45 in Royal Oak, and today it's all about using resistance to improve your strength. We'll take you there next.
Thank you. And I heard a glass crash, and next thing I know, I see my neighbor dangling out the window, and I see a small fire downstairs.
Dangling from a window, a man jumps to safety out of a burning home on the city's west side. What investigators believe started the fire.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6 starts now.
But first, Brandon says that there are cloudy skies overhead this Friday, finally Friday, with a wonderful weekend in sight. Look at that sunrise.
Yes, happy Friday, everybody. It may not be the picture-perfect sunrise as we sometimes show you from our sky cam, but Sounds like it's going to be one picture-perfect weekend. So
yeah.
Make the outdoor plans. It's a go.
Let's turn things over to meteorologist Brandon Rue for details on this fantastic Finally Friday forecast. How you like that?
Well, it's a lot of alliterating there, and the wonderful weekend, and we had a wonderful Wednesday, and it just all goes almost too easy sometimes. But it is nice out there. A little bit of a different feel in the air. We don't have the humidity. It is up to 87%, but that's relative to the temperature. And again, you'll feel a difference out there in a good way. Northeast winds are 8. Those winds are going to be cranking later today, which does cause some problems. It's not an ideal beach kind of a day today, but not bad if you're heading out on the golf course. A little breezy. Those northeast winds 5 to 15, gusting, especially this afternoon, over 20 miles an hour. And those northeast winds drag lake-enhanced cloud cover. Also, will produce a little chop out there on the water. 76 at noon, 79 the afternoon high, with an isolated shower chance mainly in our south zone about 2 or 3 p.m. We're not real worried about this, and certainly not having you cancel any of your plans, but areas south of I-94 and parts of southern Ontario early afternoon may get a quick little shower. Check this out. Beach hazard up, especially Caseville, Lexington, areas along Lake Huron. We could be dealing with 5-foot-plus waves over Lake Huron with those strong winds. So dangerous boating and swimming conditions up on Lake Huron. A little bit better on St. Clair today, but again, a little choppy. And Lake Erie will also be seeing 2 to 3 foot waves, maybe even a little bit higher. Dangerous beach conditions, but high pressure will slide in and produce great weekend weather, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in depth coming up. Kim DeJulio and your 4 Live traffic right now. How we doing on a Friday?
Well, your traffic is totally terrific today. See? I can do it too, Everett. All right, well, we are terrific, as I just said. So let's take a look at what's going on here. This is a look from Southfield Freeway right at I-96. Traffic volumes are starting to build a little bit here, but you can see we've got dry roads to start off the day. Nothing that's going to slow you down on this fantastic Friday, so that is some great news. But we do want to let you know about some construction that will slow you down a little bit later today. That's on over on I-696. We'll tell you about that coming up at 6:14. Back to you.
All righty, Kim, thank you. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit. Time now is 6:01 on your Friday morning. And first, we want to get to breaking news that we're following from Detroit's west side. It's actually right there at Livernois and Joy Road. And just take a look at the images there on your screen. A home actually goes up in flames. There was somebody inside of this home who actually had to jump out of a window to safety.
Yes, this fire all happened around 3:30 in the morning. Police are calling it suspicious. Let's get out to Local 4's Nick Monticelli. He's live on the scene. And Nick, I guess we should start with, how is this man doing after jumping from the window?
Rhonda, the man is going to be just fine. He maybe broke a leg or two out of jumping out of that window, but this situation has changed drastically. The Detroit Police Department has now come out here. They have put up crime scene tape, and they have really locked down this scene because there are a lot of other things going in there. I overheard a sergeant talking to his commanders, sussing that there may be some grow issues, a grow house inside. Narcotics is on the way. Arson investigators are now here. And all of this started because the battalion chief from the fire department believes that there was a fireball or a fire bomb involved in the situation. So all of that is ongoing. I do want to show you some video, though, because this fire started, as you mentioned, at about 3:15 this morning. And again, the battalion chief believes this fire was intentionally set. They believe somebody threw a fireball or a fire bomb into the first floor of this home. That fire then quickly spread, and the one person that was inside of the home was trapped on the second floor. He had no way to get out. A neighbor who had just gotten home from work saw what was going on, grabbed a garden hose, tried putting out these flames that you're seeing, but then he realized the neighbor was sitting on the edge of his window, his legs dangling out, not sure what to do, when he coaxed him to jump out of that window.
I heard the glass crash, then my dog started barking, so I don't know. I didn't see anything. I just know that I seen him dangling from the window, and I helped him get out. Then I called 911.
All right, so again, you're looking at what is left of this home. The battalion chief says it is destroyed at some point. The city will have to bulldoze this home now. And again, as I mentioned, this investigation has taken a drastic turn. There are officers out here, arson investigators, crime scene team is up. They believe that there was something happening inside this house. They're trying to get fingerprints, narcotics may be involved. There's a whole lot of things to work on. Hopefully, sometime in the next couple of hours, we'll have a better idea of exactly what was going on inside. We're live here on Detroit's West Side. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News Today.
And Nick, being that there are so many people there on that scene, is this area closed? Are you allowed to be there?
Yes and no. A backstory, there was kind of an issue with where we were allowed to be, but all of that is resolved as of right now. The street American is closed as of right now, but this is just one street in a subdivision, so that's really not a traffic concern. By the way, we're at Joy in Livernois, but yeah, this could be shut down, this section, for quite some time as they await for more investigators to arrive and try to piece together exactly what was happening there.
All right.
Well, we'll let you stay on the scene there and continue to follow the investigation, Nick. Thank you.
It is 6:04, and now to even more breaking news, this time from Washington, D.C., where U.S. senators voted down a so-called skinny repeal bill that would have replaced parts of Obamacare. 3 Republican senators joined Democrats in voting no. The bill would have removed the individual and employer mandates and also done away with the medical device tax that both sides criticized. Leaders from both sides spoke after the vote.
So yes, this is a disappointment. A disappointment indeed.
I would suggest we turn the page.
The Senate is now in recess until 4 p.m. on Monday. There's no word on if senators will introduce a new bill then.
The ride that malfunctioned and took the life of an 18-year-old Marine recruit at the Ohio State Fair is being taken apart piece by piece so that investigators can figure out exactly what went wrong. The 18-year-old new Marine recruit was killed when he and others were thrown from this Fireball thrill ride there in Columbus, Ohio. Of the 7 injured, 1 remains in a medically induced coma. The Fireball was inspected multiple times before opening, even passing those inspections, including one just hours before the accident.
Some good news for Detroit teachers. They have ratified a new contract that gives them a 7% raise over the next 2 years. The 3-year deal comes with a 3% raise in January and a 4% raise in the 2nd year of the contract. The 3rd year is negotiable, but the deal does guarantee no salary cuts. New Superintendent Nikolai Vitti released a statement that says the salary increases associated with this agreement are far from what our teachers deserve. However, it'll be rewarding to provide teachers a necessary increase to their salary as the first step in making teachers' salaries whole again. After nearly a decade of ignoring the fact that our most important employees are teachers, we must and will prioritize competitive salaries for Detroit teachers as we all work together to rebuild our district. The deal still needs to be approved by the Detroit Financial Review Commission. They meet on Monday, but there's still no word on if they'll vote on the contract.
2 thieves made off with an SUV right from a busy Bloomfield Hills dealership on Thursday, right off the lot. The men grabbed the keys to a 2017 Dodge Journey from an unattended sales desk at the Goling Chrysler Jeep Dodge dealership. They then found the SUV in the parking lot, got in, and drove off. The dealership is offering a $1,000 reward to anyone who can identify these thieves.
Buffalo Soldiers Day is being observed today in honor of the first regular Army regiment made up of black soldiers.
Yes, Mark Matthews, who is now buried at Arlington National Cemetery, was the oldest living Buffalo soldier at 111 years old before he passed away in 2005. Segregation in the U.S. Army was disbanded during the 1940s and 50s, and since then a monument at Fort Leavenworth and a museum in Texas have been dedicated to the Buffalo Soldiers. Great piece of history for us.
Absolutely. It is 6:07, and coming up, your weekly at-home workout, courtesy of our very own Rhonda Walker.
We take you actually to a gym this time around for Fitness Friday. It's Fuse 45 in Royal Oak, using resistance bands to improve strength and tone your body. I'll take you there, but first, Jason just arrived in the carport. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. Straighten the tie knot. There we go. Trade deadline is quickly approaching, and the Tigers are the talk of several towns. Who wants who in these trades? We'll talk about it next in the Port.
Tonight.
We're back at Fuse 45 and Royal Oak for another workout. And explain to me what I'm doing and what's happening in this class right now.
So this is all resistance right now. You are working your arms right after you just came off the rowing machine. So heart rate's up, and now we're bringing it down and we're strengthening and toning those muscles.
And you said this is a workout, the intervals of it, that you can do every single day because it's so different.
Every day. And the exercises change every day. You're about to do a bonus move right now. Okay. So you're going to stay at your station. You're going to think of these as battle ropes. As fast as you can, moving those arms. Sink back into those legs. There you go. Okay, and you're going to move those arms. when she says go, and you're going to have 45 seconds nonstop.
Okay.
All right?
And everything's 45 seconds.
That's right.
And then explain what happens after I do this.
After that, you're going to go to your next cardio station. Okay. So you're going to go on the bike.
All right. Well, if you want to try Fuse 45,
you got it. You got it.
you get 1 week free.
Don't slow down.
Just go to clickondetroit.com.
Yeah, you better not slow down either.
Oh, I'm tired.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Our Detroit Tigers have had their ups and they have had their downs as of late, and the rumor mill is continuing to swirl, Jason, as we look to see just how many changes we're going to see with this team in the trades.
Good morning to you. A Major League Baseball trade deadline fast approaching. It is, in fact, Monday at 4 p.m., so you're going to hear a lot of rumors about the Tigers on the block, on the verge of being moved. John Paul Morosi of the MLB Network said Thursday that Alex Avila might be gone. The Chicago Cubs and Colorado Rockies have showed interest. ESPN's Buster Olney tweeted that there is sentiment in the market that the Tigers will move Jose Iglesias. No teams were mentioned. However, with 3 infield prospects coming over in the J.D. Martinez trade, this would actually make some sort of sense. Also, the Pinstripes are said to be interested in reliever Justin Wilson. And there goes Brandon. All we know for sure is that the Tigers face the Houston Astros tonight at Comerica Park. First pitch is set for 7:10 p.m. Now let's head over to Brandon and Kim for your weather and traffic.
Sorry, Jason. Just know it was work related. I was hustling.
Yeah, that's good. I have a question for you, Brandon.
Yes.
So he was talking about the trade rumors and, Justin Verlander, maybe Cubs.
Yes.
You're a fan of both.
Right.
What do you want?
I don't want the Cubs to have to. Jason, that was unwarranted. I want the Cubs to not have to give up prospects because it's a lot of money that they're picking. I don't want anybody else to what?
You guys.
We don't get much camera time over here, weather and traffic. We steal as much as we can. Hi, Evrod. All right, musical chairs, Kim. Go get Everett's chair. You'll anchor.
Okay, I'm next.
Here we go, your weather and traffic together. My guess is they'll get Al Avila and probably have to give up a couple of prospects for that, but there's, $60 million or so owed to Verlander, and the Cubs, they can't give up prospects and pay $60 million. It just doesn't make nothing makes any sense. Where's Randy? I need Randy out here to walk across. Let's complete the cycle. 62 in Ann Arbor, 63 in Pontiac. We have some cloud cover out there, some high clouds. Should make for a decent sunrise as we are seeing outside right now. But the clouds will be coming and going with these northeast winds. They're going to pick up this afternoon. Keep conditions very dry for us, so we're going to really fight off any shower chances. But there's a little zone, an area right along and south of I-94 down into Lenawee, Monroe, maybe southern Washtenaw counties. 2-3 o'clock this afternoon could get a spotty shower, but the breezes are really going to kick up this afternoon, and because of that, right on that fair to good side of our haircast, it is, as Kim mentioned earlier, if you get that wind in your face, you can get the Beyonce going, but it will be whipping around a little bit more than you'd like for your golf game and maybe for your hair today, and certainly for boating and beach weather. We're looking at 5-foot or higher waves over Lake Huron today, and dangerous at the beaches, swimming, also out there on boating on Lake Huron. Doesn't get a whole lot easier on Lake Erie. It's probably the best on Lake St. Clair, but we certainly advise everybody to be extra careful for today. Looking good as high pressure moves in through the weekend, and that means we're looking at practically wall-to-wall sunshine, but we'll get a couple of clouds coming and going. Very comfortable sleeping nights in the upper 50s early Saturday, Sunday morning, but 80 to 85 degrees this weekend with low humidity, ideal. Almost too good, too dry. We need some rain, and we don't have anything for you until late Wednesday, early Thursday. Hanson's weather window this morning. I know this place. That's Comerica Park, and a great shot with those clouds back there. Again, harmless clouds for us this morning. Comerica Park tonight will be hopping. It'll be great baseball weather. Again, a little breezy and probably lower 70s, falling into the perhaps upper 60s if you're going to the game tonight. Maybe need a sweatshirt, but enjoy the Tigers and the Astros at Comerica Park.
All right, go Tigers. Well, we are still looking great out there this morning. No accidents to worry about, but we've got construction on I-696, and you know that area gets pretty busy for your morning and evening commute. So let's talk about what you need to watch out for. Eastbound I-696, the on-ramp from Greenfield here, that's going to be closed between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And then over on westbound I-696 from Orchard Lake to I-275, one lane will be blocked there. Keep this in mind for a couple of days. It's going to wrap up in the beginning of August. Now, also on westbound I-696 from Van Dyke to Mound, one lane blocked there. This is a daily project from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Keep this in mind today. The weekend, this wraps up on Monday at 3 p.m. And if you're headed out the door soon towards M59, stick around because we're going to take a look at that commute at 624. Back to you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Kim. Meanwhile, turning our attention to consumer headlines this morning. Twitter is seeing a decrease in their amount of users. Plus, Apple is discontinuing a few of their products. We'll tell you which ones. But first, Starbucks disappointing millions of tea lovers. Let's get to Maribel Aber. She joins us now live at NASDAQ. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Hey, we made it. Good morning, Rhonda. Well, listen to Starbucks. Starbucks is closing all of its 379 of its Teavana stores. The stores are mostly found in malls, and Starbucks says they have been hurt by reduced foot traffic. Most locations will shut down by next spring. About 3,300 workers will be affected, but Starbucks says they can apply for jobs at its coffee shops. Apple is discontinuing the iPod Nano and the iPod Shuffle. Production has stopped on both devices, and they've also been removed from Apple's website, but they can still be purchased in stores. Apple released the first Nano and Shuffle back in 2005. The iPod Touch is now the last iPod standing. Twitter is now losing users in the U.S. The microblogger saw its U.S. user base fall to 68 million last quarter. That's down from 70 million the previous quarter. Globally, Twitter held steady at 328 million users. Wall Street analysts were expecting the service to add a few million users. Shares of Twitter took a beating, down about 14% in the news, Rhonda, all while Facebook says it topped 2 billion users, and the kids say it's not cool anymore. Well, it's doing something right.
Yeah, they certainly are. All right, Maribel, thank you. Have a good weekend.
It is 6:19, everyone, and coming up next, back to school spending. It can be costly for both parents and students.
But it doesn't have to be. What can be done to save time and money on some of the most popular tech gadgets of the season?
And before we go to break, let's meet today's Facebook friend for the day. This is Amy Zonder. She's from Royal Oak and has 2 daughters and says that she watches Local 4 every morning.
Well, thank you for that. We want to send you a gift card to Tormina's Pizza just for being our friend of the day and a loyal viewer. And a reminder to everybody else, don't forget to like the Local 4 Facebook page if you want to be our next friend of the day. We'll be right back.
Good Friday morning, everybody. A little different feel to the air out there. Partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy, 65. The winds are going to pick up this afternoon. A little breezy coming out of the northeast, 5 to 15, gusting over 20. So we're really only looking at 70s today. Those winds coming over the big lakes, even cooler up north. And a little bit clearer tonight. Should be a good one for the Tiger game.
All right, well, let's take a look right now at your commute along M59. This is right at Rochester Road, and it is quiet out there this morning. Roads are dry, nothing that's going to slow you down accident-wise, no stalled vehicles. It's just a fantastic Friday commute.
Sounds good, Kim. Thank you. It is back to school shopping season. Can you believe it? And you might notice it's costing a little more this year. Tech gadgets can be a bit pricey, and you can also use technology, though, to help you get the lowest price.
Then one of the tricolors didn't work, so we switched the motherboard.
The high-tech classroom is one reason back to school is getting more expensive.
Schools are changing their demands on what these students need.
Spending is up 10% from last year, according to the National Retail Federation, and electronics are a big chunk of the budget.
In fact, more than half
of parents are actually planning to buy tablets or laptops for back-to-school season.
Save money by taking inventory before shopping with sites like Best Buy Trade-In or Gazelle. A broken phone or old laptop could get cash or credit to offset the cost of new supplies. Then do your homework by comparing prices online. Some sites even let you set alerts. If you're in the store, a barcode scanner app can quickly compare prices. Many major retailers offer price matches for competitors. Best Buy and Target will even match Amazon prices for a single item.
And then you also want to look for things like mail-in rebates, any way that you can stack other savings. This is one of the best times of year to do that.
Beat the crowds by ordering online. Many stores offer free shipping or in-store pickup. Check a site like Retail Me Not to get discount codes and coupons. Use a cash back app for even more savings.
A site like ebates.com will double or triple cash back, and that can be significant savings to add on to any kind of big ticket purchase.
Extra steps to send kids back into the school year with a little extra lunch money. And there you have it. Some pretty good tips there. Hopefully that will help save you some cash.
Absolutely. 6:25 is your time here on your Friday morning, and still ahead, a birthday cake for a party under the sea.
Yeah, in today's top video, why hundreds are gathering to celebrate the birthday of a manatee. Okay.
That's right.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for today's top video. A manatee at Singapore's River Safari celebrated its third birthday on Wednesday with a birthday cake and a few friends.
Check this out. Canola, the manatee, had a 6.6-foot cake made of cabbages, carrots, and sweet potato leaves. She and other manatees at the party enjoyed the crunchy treat at the river-themed attraction. Children at the celebration sang happy birthday to Canola and watched her receive belly rubs.
So whose idea was this?
I think it's cute.
Okay.
And all the guests that were there really enjoyed it.
I guess so. We're back in a minute.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And we're following breaking news this morning out of Washington, D.C. from overnight, where once again the Senate has failed to gain enough votes to repeal Obamacare. Good Friday morning, everyone. Thank you for waking up with us here at Local 4 News today. I'm Evrod Cassimy.
And I'm Rhonda Walker, and we have a beautiful day on tap for you. We're going to get to Brandon, who, what were we coining today?
We're calling it a fantastic, finally Friday forecast.
Friday forecast. All
3
right,
Fs.
Nice.
That's 4 Fs. Yeah. I went to college.
Yes, but did not study mathematics.
No.
Clearly.
I did take calculus.
You did?
I did.
Technically, that's 6 Fs. One for your math and one for
There you go.
Thank you.
I was going to ask him what grade he got in calculus, but we probably have to move on.
The 6th one will be for my presentation here now. You know the drill. Good morning. We hope you're waking up well. It is Friday. It just feels good out there, both the fact that it's Friday and the air is a little bit different for you this morning, not as muggy. 65 degrees. We have this northeast wind today at 8 right now that at times will be gusting to about 25 miles an hour, especially as we head into the afternoon hours. So here's a look at the numbers. 67 degrees at 8 a.m. with only partly sunny skies, 76 degrees at noon, 79 degrees the high, although our north zone with these northeast winds closer to 15, gusting 20 to 25, probably only lower 70s. An isolated shower chance this afternoon will be mainly in our south zone. So we have a lot going on in all different zones. Cooler to the north and then maybe a drip or two down to the south, but I don't expect much in the way of anything troublesome. Don't cancel your plans. Most of us, it's too dry, probably won't see any rain, but not a ton of sun today. We will get back into the sun for the weekend. We'll have that forecast for you in just a few minutes. Right now, though, if you're heading out the door and you need your 7-day, you can find it. You can find your zone. We have our 4-zone weather updated. The weather tab, click on Detroit.com. And Kim DeJulio now for live traffic. Bring me some good news.
Yes, you have good news. I have good news. It is a great Friday morning. We don't have any accidents to worry about, just some construction to watch out for for those of you who travel through Novi, eastbound I-96, right at Novi Road, 1 lane blocked there until 3 o'clock throughout today. And then the northbound lanes of I-275 from Ecorse Road to Ford Road, expect a slowdown there. This is an evening project starting tonight throughout the weekend. Only one lane will be open. This starts at 8 p.m. and then construction will be completed there at 5 a.m. on Monday morning, just before your morning drive. So again, it could be a little slow there this weekend. We've got construction on I-75 as well. We'll tell you about that coming up at 6:44. Back to you.
Kim, thank you. We'll check back in with you. It is 6:31 now, and we're following breaking news this morning from Detroit's west side. That is where a man has been injured after jumping from a second-floor window of a home to escape a house fire. That fire happened at a house on American Street near Livernois and Joy Roads. Fire crews believe that the fire might have been started from a fireball, and now we've learned that police have been called to put crime scene tape at the scene there as they continue to investigate how this fire started. We did catch up with a neighbor who described exactly what he saw.
I know I heard a glass crash, so I don't know if somebody threw something in the house, or I don't know, maybe I can't call it. I got dogs back here. I heard a glass crash, then my dog started barking. So I don't know. I didn't see anything. I just know that I seen him dangling from the window, and I helped him get out. Then I called 911.
Now, the man was injured, but his injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening. Also breaking overnight on Capitol Hill, where the Senate has rejected the measure to repeal Obamacare.
And the rejection is a huge blow to the GOP and President Trump's agenda. Let's get to Nick Monticelli, who joins us now from the newsroom with the very latest. Good morning, Nick.
Well, good morning. Here is the skinny bill that did not pass the Senate. The headlines are all over the place as this version of Trump's GOP health care plan did not pass. Many wondering what is going to happen now, especially when you had a very interesting moment with Senator McCain casting his vote and gasps coming from the floor. Outside the U.S. Capitol, protesters cheer the Senate turning down a measure that would have repealed major parts of Obamacare.
The ACA is here to stay.
The motion is not agreed to.
So yes, this is a disappointment. A disappointment indeed.
I would suggest we turn the page.
It's very hard to disappoint your colleagues.
The most dramatic moment came when Senator John McCain voted and held out a thumbs down showing his vote. There were gasps inside. Many Republicans were surprised. The bill would have removed the individual mandate on people, forcing them to buy health insurance. It would have also done away with the medical device tax that both Republicans and Democrats criticized. In the end, a majority of senators did not see it as a way forward. And President Trump has already reacted, tweeting that 3 Republicans and 48 Democrats have let the American people down and that Obamacare will, quote, implode. In the newsroom, Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News Today.
All righty, thank you, Nick, for the update. New this morning, Warren police are looking for 2 men after they broke into the Buddy's Pizza on 13 Mile and Van Dyke. It's unclear what was taken from the restaurant, but police are looking at surveillance footage to get a better idea. And in Taylor, a former school board member who was told that he lost an election last fall now has found out that he actually won.
Yeah, Ron Miller ran as a write-in candidate against Dave Myers and was told that he lost. Miller filed a lawsuit against Myers after discovering that his own vote didn't appear in the tally. Recount results showed that Miller had won the election by 44 votes and that Myers was forced to step down.
It renews my faith in justice can be done and the right thing was done.
Now that Miller is back in office, he plans to make sure that the district is financially stable and has plans for the community to continue to head in the right direction.
Well, let's talk about Amazon. Fresh off their Amazon Prime Day, we knew that it was coming, and now Amazon is confirming that they are opening a warehouse in Romulus. The fulfillment center will create more than 1,500 new full-time jobs. The warehouse will ship out smaller items like books and electronics. The Livonia Center, which is currently under construction, will handle larger items like appliances and kayaks. But it's very cool to see Amazon creating new jobs here in the Metro Detroit economy.
It is, but then just watching Amazon just grow and grow, it's
I know.
Really quite remarkable how
buying
they're
out
just
Whole Foods.
Taking over.
Remember, Amazon started as what, just books, I believe?
It's just a small little book.
Books. books, and now they're taking over the world.
Yeah, they are.
It is 6:36, everyone. We want to get to some stories that we are following from all across Metro Detroit for you this morning.
Yes, stories coming out of Romulus, Taylor, Lincoln Park, Dearborn, and Brighton. And in Brighton, Joshua Porter will spend 1 year in the Livingston County Jail after placing a hidden camera in a lady's restroom and posting those images online. The camera was discovered in the bathroom at Auto One. This is where he was an employee during a police search. It was found earlier this year. And over in Dearborn, a man goes from customer to criminal at a CVS store. Take a close look at his images here on the surveillance video. You can see the man at the counter. He appears to be buying something, but when the clerk opens up the cash register, you see him lean over and snatch the cash right out of the register. And that man got away. If you think you know who he is, you should contact police as they are still searching for that suspect.
A Lincoln Park police officer makes an unusual rescue while responding to a call. The city had been repaving and working on sewers, and many driveways at homes had to be ripped up and repoured in the process. Well, a homeowner called to complain because someone had vandalized her repoured driveway, and that's when Officer Vince Weir responded and immediately put his background in concrete to use and was able to fix that driveway. The contractor even stopped by to help, and they had the driveway good as new in just about 20 minutes.
I couldn't drive by and just leave it like that. I couldn't do it. Being a cement man, before I became a police officer, I touched the cement and I'm like, I could fix this.
Well, thankfully, Officer Weir acted quickly. He saved the city about $3,000. So there is a lot more to come right here on Local 4 News today, including the apology made on behalf of President Donald Trump.
Yes, why the head of the Boy Scouts felt that they needed to say sorry to the American people following the president's appearance at their annual National Jamboree. We'll have more on that, but first let's check back in with Jason. He's back in the carport. What do you have?
You gotta love it when a soundbite starts. Being a cement man.
Yeah, I know.
Before I became a police officer, two very familiar Hollywood stars are teaming up for a new TV show, and one of those stars is making her TV comeback after 13 years. Find out who we're talking about after these commercial messages.
Skyports